Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TheCFSlayer podcast. Um, this is basically a new channel that the TheCFSlayer, have made up. This is basically just what I'm going to be doing for a little while because, due to technical limitations on my laptop, I'm not going to be able to be recording a lot of videos off of my Elgato onto my YouTube channel off my main onto my main YouTube channel, TheCFSlayer. So basically I'm going to be recording podcasts, basically one podcast every week, and I'm hoping I can have one guest with me almost every day or almost every podcast that I have. Mostly Limbug the Rogue. So basically um sometimes these podcasts might be live, but that makes it so my voice kind of lags a little bit. So that would kind of take out a little bit of the experience, but I could broadcast these live if I wanted to. So I might do that sometimes, or I might just do it this time, like this. This is a high quality um way that I'm going to be doing it a lot, cuz it's not going to be live, so I wouldn't be able to do any chat things, but maybe when the show gets really popular, I could broadcast them live, and I could tweet out when I'm going to be broadcasting and everything. So, yeah, I am I basically got this idea from when I recorded the Poke Battles live stream. It just kind of got me this idea of what I should do now. Because basically my YouTube is not really working out that much. I'm taking a big stop. That's what a lot of YouTubers are doing right now, is taking a big stop or taking a big break or whatever. I'm one of them, okay? I need a break. I'm sorry, excuse this. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you guys, basically, since this is just my first podcast, I might as well tell you a little bit about me, TheCFSlayer. Basically, who I am is, I am years old. I live in Maryland. I record YouTube videos for money. Well, not for money. I could be making money off of my YouTube videos. I signed up for a Social Blade account, so, you know, if I get a partnership with them, I checked on their website. I could be making $1,000 a month if I tried. So that's good. And that would be able to get me my new laptop. Definitely. Then I'd be recording a bunch more on that TheCFSlayer channel. But I really like video games. My favorite series is Assassin's Creed. But when I was little, I used to love Mario and Pokemon. I still love Pokemon and Mario, but I love Pokemon a little bit more than Mario right now. Mario used to be my favorite video game excuse me, video game character. He was like my idol for a little bit. So, yeah. That was my childhood, was Mario, Mario, Mario. I even heard a story of once when I was 5 years old. This TV show that played music all the time. They were just playing the Mario theme all day. So what I did was we were on vacation at the time, so I had a TV in my room. So I basically turned that on and I was listening to that nonstop all day, and that drove everyone into my hotel nuts. So, or my hotel room nuts. So, you guys can give your congrats to me on that, I guess. Um, I'm trying to think of more things to tell you guys. My life is pretty boring. Um, Want to know how I met Limbug the Rogue? Well, we played Yoshi's Island. The end. She's my cousin. That was not an in-depth story. Um, I here's an more in-depth story of how I met Limbo the Rogue. Um, I met her at a family reunion type thing. Where our family met up, and we were cousins, and we've always been cousins. We're never dating. Ew, that's not good for cousins to date each other. Our baby would be disoriented or whatever. So basically, we met. I was watching her play a game called Yoshi's Island. This also falls in place with that Mario thing. I was really obsessed with Mario, and I was playing at the time. Like a week ago, I was playing Super Mario 64 on my grandmother's Nintendo 64, and that basically that I learned who Yoshi was from that, and she also had Yoshi's Island, my grandmother, because I had an uncle who loved Mario, and he when I went there, I basically met her by watching her play Yoshi's Island on her DS or Game Boy or whatever it was back then. I think it was Game Boy. So yeah, that was that. And basically, I got to know her, and we got to play Yoshi's Island together. And I was Yoshi, and she was Baby Mario or someone. She was Peach or something. I don't know. We were like 6. Okay, don't judge. But then we basically just saw each other at family reunions until I started YouTube and she started YouTube. We already loved to record videos at the time, and she had already started YouTube, but she had to get off because she was a little young for YouTube. So, um, she started up her channel Limbug201, and I started up my channel OshawatFan257. We both started it out as like little channels that we recorded Pokemon plush videos, Pokemon, all kinds of weird stuff with horrible camera angles, horrible cameras, horrible everything, okay? Horrible. And then she made her intro, and I was like, oh my god, how did you do that? And I learned about Windows Movie Maker, and I got really jealous. So I got Windows Movie Maker, and I still use it to this day. So everything that you see comes from Windows Movie Maker. I know it's like the crappiest video editing service out there, but you know, gotta use what I got. So then she started going to my church and everything. Her family started going to our church, and we got to see each other almost every week. So that's still going on now. So that's pretty cool. So that's basically the story of how I met Limbug the Rogue. And want to know how I met Ricky? I guess I can teach you how I met Ricky. Um, my mom and his mom are best friends. They've been best friends ever since high school. And so basically, that pretty much sums it up right there. But we didn't really become friends when we were younger because he practically threw toys at my head, and it hurt. So he threw a scoop at my head, and I still remember that to this day. And I used to have a crush on his sister, but that's a different story. Um, Let me remember some more. Eating chips. We didn't really become friends until I was like 7 or 6 or 7. It was right when I got into Pokemon. He came to my birthday party, and I was basically playing with all my school friends, and he was pretty much left out. So, at the end of the day, when all the friends left and Ricky was the only one there, I basically asked my mom if Ricky could sleep over, and he could. So we hung out that night, and that basically started it all. And it was pretty cool. His family started coming over every Friday, which sadly that doesn't happen anymore. It was really fun. When I was like 7 years old, oh man, we had so much fun. Okay, like 7 years old, TheCFSlayer, little Caleb. I got my first phone camera. My dad had an old, my dad had an old camera, and he basically gave it to me. It was on his old phone, so we basically did that, and we recorded little videos off of that. They were really cool. The cameras really sucked. And I didn't really know how to record videos for longer than 45 seconds at sometimes. But then after I got a new camera, I learned how to make it so they don't have to be 45 seconds. I learned how to record longer videos, and that was really disappointing. But that's basically how I started. Like, that's also how I got into recording. Basically from that. And it was, those days were the best, okay? Every Friday, his family would come over and we would watch a movie. And, oh, God, that was awesome. I still remember it. Still. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, that's basically sums it up of how me and Ricky started becoming friends. He came over every Friday and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. And I can't tell you, there's no other story of how I inspired YouTube. It got inspired to do YouTube. Basically, it started out with me on that old camera with Ricky, and we recorded really horrible videos, like this series called Ghost Girl. Oh my god, that was really funny. It was weird, but it was funny at the time. It's not funny anymore. Um, uh, I just remember having so much fun trying to like. I didn't even put any thought into the videos. It was so fun. Then I pretended that I had a YouTube channel off that camera, and I was recording all kinds of fake unboxings and stuff. And I had learned about YouTube from we had a really weird computer at the time, and I wasn't really allowed on it a lot. But my friend basically told me to look up a video that they told me to watch. It was like 10 ways to weird out a cop or something. And I looked it up and I found out this website called YouTube. And I looked it up. I looked up videos on Pokemon because I was into Pokemon at the time. And the first thing that popped up was plush videos. And I was like, holy crap, this website's awesome. So I started getting on the computer more often, and I would always look up Pokemon stuff. And one day I came across a guy named GCPM11, John Carlo Paramango 11, still subscribed to him to this date. Um, I basically watched him. He's a big PokeTuber. Um, he he's one of the main people that inspired me to record Pokemon videos when I first started YouTube. Okay, like really, he was like my idol. Okay, because we all have idols when we first start YouTube. Captain Rex 4227. I know his idol is Tobuscus. So, I don't know what Ethan and Brandon's are. I don't know what Lindbug's is. And, yeah, seriously, I have no idea what theirs are. But my idol was really GCPM11. He was my YouTube idol. And the way I started watching YouTube, like, every day was, we had do you guys, if you had a Wii, at the time, do you guys remember the update that came out and they had like the internet channel and um all kinds of new channels that they added? Um so we basically got Wi-Fi, and the first thing I wanted to do was to hook up our Wii to the Wi-Fi so that I could play Animal Crossing with with Lindbug. And I basically that was awesome. Okay, I that we had the best time. And then I learned about the internet channel, and I learned what the internet was. And we started watching, um, I started watching YouTube on there, and I was amazed that it actually worked. So I watched YouTube on the internet channel on our Wii, and it was so cool. I really liked it. And my brother nowadays, he's freaking pees me off that they have YouTube like everywhere now. They have, well, it doesn't pee me off. I really like it because I watch YouTube every freaking day. You can't. take YouTube away from me for longer than a day, okay? Anyway, because I have so many people I watch on YouTube, okay? It's not even funny. Um, I can get into that, into deeper detail with that later. But, what was I saying again? I don't remember what I was saying. Something about, let me think. Oh, how it pees me off that YouTube was on everything. Um, Now they have YouTube on Apple devices, on iPods, on tablets, on our Wii U, on our TV, and on our Wii. There's actually a channel for it now. Like, that would have been nice when I had, if I had the YouTube channel on the Wii, because the YouTube videos on the internet channel really, like, whew, sometimes they would mess up and it was really annoying. But at least I had it. It's the only way that I had YouTube, and I was so happy. Um, and that also boosted up me and Ricky's friendship because we started watching YouTube videos together, and that's how we got into Ghost Girl and stuff, and the old phone, and all those old videos when I was like 7 and I started recording and whatever. So Lindbug also has some embarrassing 7-year-old videos. If you go on her channel, she reacts to some of them because she found them. If I still had the phone, I would react to those videos. I have the SD card. The SD card is still in that phone. We lost it. If I ever find that phone, I promise I will upload those videos for you guys to see. And I will react to them. And you will react to them. And you will give me feedback on how you guys responded, or how you guys thought, what you guys thought of 7-year-old me and 7-year-old Ricky and 7-year-old me, 6-year-old Ricky, and like 3-year-old Josh. Charity wasn't even born yet. Or was she born? She might have been born. She might have been like a little 2-year-old or 1-year-old, or maybe I don't know. I don't know if she was born or not. I don't think she was born, so um I'm still thinking. Let me think. Come on, Caleb, think. Um Anyway, those were the days, man. And I said I was going to tell you guys about all the people that I watch on YouTube. So basically, started out with GCPM11. Then I started watching other people like Minnesota Burns. He basically got me into into all the gaming, into all the Xbox Call of Duty stuff. I won my Xbox in the weirdest way. Video contest. It's where I recorded my first ever YouTube video on the P Pharaoh channel. I submitted that to this website called Lucky Cat, and I called him Monkey Cat for some reason. I don't know why, but I submitted it to Lucky Cat, and I basically won my Xbox from that website. And let me think. Oh yeah, I won my Xbox from that website, and I asked my dad if I could upload the video to his YouTube channel because he had one at the time. And this is around the time when Occupy DC was going around. This was in 2011. Do you guys remember all the Occupy DC stuff? That was basically, my dad was on the news and whatever. He ripped down a tent for free speech and whatever in Occupy DC, and got on the news for it. So that basically, that helped. Well, that didn't help at all. It didn't really do anything. But a guy recorded it and put it on YouTube, and the video got like 1,000 views. And people were giving my dad death threats and stuff. It was crazy. And you can look it up. You can look up Occupy DC. The P Pharaoh. Go on ahead, look it up. You can find the video. It has 1,000 views. If you scroll down to the older comments, you will see death threats against my dad. But then my dad's friends got into it, and my family got into it, and we all started defending him. And this is before me and Lindbergh had YouTube channels, so we couldn't join in on this, but whatever and whatnot. So that basically started my dad's YouTube channel. But anyway, I started watching Minnesota Burns, all his trolling videos. It was amazing. I learned all about Xbox trolling. I was watching funny prank videos on Xbox before, like Xbox Psychic. I don't even think he records anymore. But Xbox Psychic, I watched him for like a few days, and I learned, like, I watched him messing with people. Then I kept on watching his videos. Then I was looking at all the video suggestions. This is all when I first got my iPod and stuff. So I was watching all these funny videos and stuff, and I watched him, and it was amazing. I learned about trolling and messing with moms and stuff, and it was all amazing. I learned about the actual magic of what Xbox was all about. So, it was amazing. Loved it. Loved everything about it. So, uh, let me think of something else. What else inspired me on YouTube? Um, that's basically it. 25 minutes, 24 actually, of me telling you guys about me, what started my YouTube career on YouTube, how I became friends with Limbug, how I became friends with Ricky, and I can't really think of anything else to tell you guys. Told you guys all about my dad's death threats. Told you guys all about how I first started YouTube. Told you guys who's inspired. I already said this. I can tell you a little bit about what I did when I first got Xbox. My depression in 6th grade. All right, this happened right when I got my YouTube channel. I was so happy, guys. I had everything. I got an iPod, I got an Xbox, I got a TV in my room. It was a horrible TV, but I still liked it. And I bought my first Call of Duty 4. I bought Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That was my first Call of Duty game that I ever got. I bought that, and everything was amazing. I really liked it. And it was amazing. The first week that I got it, I got into a hacked lobby and I became Prestige. Well, I just learned that you could Prestige in that game like a week ago. It was amazing. I didn't even know. If I just Prestiged, I would have been getting more points and stuff. So, sadly, I didn't Prestige because stupid past Slayer didn't know how to Prestige and what prestiging did. So basically, um, yeah, I was playing on that, and I loved my iPod. I always texted people with the free Text Plus app, and I freaking hate that app now. Anyway, yeah, it just looks horrible, but I have a new texting thing now, so don't worry about it. I'm not giving out my number to none of you creeps. I only give it out to my friends, okay? Ethan, don't tell no one my number, okay? So, anyway, um, let me think. Let me think. Oh yeah, so basically I was really, really, really happy. I had everything. I had the world, okay? Everything was just so perfect until the day. I was even in a relationship at this time, and it was like the best girlfriend that you could ever have, or ever ask for. So, this is 6th grade Caleb, TheCFSlayer. 6th grade me first started out my YouTube recording videos, crappy videos. Like I recorded 5 videos a day, and they were not edited. I recorded like a 5-second video, and that ended up being my first video on YouTube. But I deleted it because that was it horrifies me how that was my first video. Well, I made it private. I made a lot of my old videos private because, they're embarrassing and horrible and stupid. So, I made a lot of those videos private. So that's why, if you're wondering, I had like 120 something uploads at one time. If you didn't noticed already, I have like 90 now. So that's because I deleted a lot. That's what a lot of top YouTubers do. I can't really tell you how I got my subscribers though. But anyway, back to the depression story. I was getting really bad grades and stuff, so it really caused me to get grounded from everything. I felt like really bad, and I got my Xbox and my iPod taken away for like 6 months, guys. It was bad. Oh, and the Wii at a time for like half that. For like 3 months, I had the Wii taken away from me, so I didn't have any access to YouTube. Only thing I had was TV. That's all I had. That's the only thing that kept me alive, actually. Oh, and my DSi, but I was only on Flipnote on my DSi. That also kept me from killing myself. But anyway, that was that. And basically, when I got all that stuff back, I was really happy. I got my first Halo game. Very fun series Halo is. But anyway, I think that's it. That's all it. That's everything I'm going to tell you for now. You can learn more about me in my podcasts. My first real podcast, guest starring Limbug the Rogue, will be starting Monday. I will upload it on Monday. It's gonna be the President's Day podcast. Hope you got cough. I hope to see you guys at the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please give me some feedback, positive or negative. I don't care. As long as you give me some, we'll be best friends. Okay. So speak now, or we're getting married. So thank you guys for watching this listening to this podcast, and I'll see you guys on Monday.